Hey guys, so the Benks Pro was a favorite case of mine last year for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and now I've got it in here for the iPhone 16 Pro. A massive thank you to Benks for sending this case out to me to review for you guys. So you can pick this case up from the Benks website for $39.99. And without further ado, let's get into the case itself. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Now let's move on to the case and let's take it out. So standard Benks packaging, and this is what we've come for, the case itself. So here we have it. This is the Benks Pro. So let's move the packaging to the side. Taking a look at the back of it, we get that lovely 600D Kevlar, DuPont Kevlar material on the back, which is nice and smooth and soft, and you can feel a slight texture of the aramid fiber there, which will give you some extra grip. And just check it out, guys, it's a super sophisticated, super classy looking case, and that's what I thought about it last year, and I still think about it this year. It just looks really classy, really simple, minimalistic, and it just looks really, really nice. So on the sides we have a new texture now. We have some extra grip on the sides, a new texture of extra grip, and we have a bit of a change here with the buttons here, guys. So we have plastic buttons built into the case itself instead of the aluminium metal buttons which we had last year. So we will talk about that in a little while. We get a cutout for our camera control. We get a metal camera ring still on the back here. Overall, it's a really clean looking case. So let me bring over the scale and see how much it weighs. So popping on the scale, it is 38 grams. So pretty minimal still, doesn't add too much bulk to your iPhone. And let's bring over the iPhone now. This is my iPhone 16 Pro in Desert Titanium. Lovely color this year. And let's pop it in the case. So we get MagSafe with this case, and as you can see, it says here built with DuPont Kevlar, which is nice, very nice to see. And popping the phone in, it's really easy to install, and this is how it looks with the Desert Titanium iPhone 16 Pro. And it looks really, really nice, really classy there. The contrast of the black with the gold Desert Titanium color there on the camera lenses, it looks really, really nice indeed. I do like that. And that 600D material looks really nice too. Just to let you guys know, you will get some smudges and fingerprints shown on the back, but that is the nature of Kevlar, that is the nature of aramid fiber. We get that with the Spigen Enzo as well, so it's just the nature of this type of material. So just keep a microfiber cloth handy and you can just wipe those straight off. Looking at the sides, we get that lovely texture, new texture this year for some extra grip, and I can say it does help. It does actually provide some extra grip, and when holding your phone it feels a bit more secure compared to what it did last year. Last year we had just plain TPU sides. They did become more grippy over time, and I'm guessing it's going to be the case with this as well. So this is actually pretty grippy now, and I'm thinking it'll become more grippy over time, but we'll just have to see. So I like that they've included a new texture there, which is more grippy. It's not crazy grippy, but it is more grippy compared to last year, which is nice to see. So the buttons we have this year are built into the case, and they are just normal plastic buttons we have, and they're not as clicky as last year. So they're still clicky. Just listen to it. I'll bring it to the mic. That was volume down. That's volume up. The action button. This is the power button. So they are still pretty clicky, but just not as tactile, not as clickable as the previous buttons we had last year. So that, if anything we want to change about this case, I feel like the buttons, I want to go back to the metal buttons which we had last year. I feel like they were so much more tactile, so much nicer to press and easier to press. The Benks Pro had some of the best buttons on iPhone cases last year. In my opinion, they had the best buttons last year, but this year I'm just sad to see those buttons go. These buttons are okay, but I just feel like I'm missing those metal buttons which we had last year. So I'd like if Benks, if they can make maybe a new version this year or for next year, if it's not possible this year, just to bring us back those metal buttons. And I think we'll have a really, really good case on our hands. It's still really good. I just feel like if we had metal buttons, it'd be extra good, you know. And taking a look at our camera protection here, as you can see, it does raise a decent amount above the lenses there, so you are going to get some good camera protection when popping your phone down on a table. Having a look at the lip protection there, and it is pretty minimal, as you can see. But if it's a smooth surface, I'd say you can put it down on a table like that. But if it's not a smooth surface, or you're worried about, you know, some dust on the table or something which can scratch up your phone, I wouldn't recommend popping it down this way because the lip is quite minimal. Let's check out the fit, guys. So if we pop one of these corners off, you get a really nice snap on the corner and on that corner as well. This corner is a bit hard to budge, but you get a nice snap on there as well, and that corner too. So a really tight fit on this case and really secure fit on the corner. So if you drop your phone, I don't feel like it's going to come flying off your phone. You know, it's a really secure fit there. Let's just go around the phone and see how much budging there is. A bit more around the button there. Quite a bit around this camera control here. So this is a little bit on the flimsy side. I like if they can just tighten this up a little bit. And it just comes off a bit too easily there. And yeah, it takes a little while just to go back into place. You kind of have to push it back into place there. So I want to see that refined a little bit. The rest of the phone is still pretty tight around the buttons, a bit more budging around there as well. For me, that's a bit too much in terms of the how loose the buttons are there. I'd like to see if they can just tighten this up and this as well. The power button isn't too bad, but around the volume and action button, it's a little bit too loose for me. I feel like if they can just refine the fit there and there, I believe we'll have a better case on our hands. Let's look at the cutouts down the bottom. And as you can see, they are nice and accurate. So that's very nice to see. And how does it feel in the hand? It still feels really comfortable. Last year, it felt really comfortable to hold the Benks Armor Pro. And this year is no different. It still feels really, really comfortable to hold in the hand. And it feels really soft. And it just feels quite light and minimal still. And I like the feeling of that 600D material on the back as well. Feels really nice. And we have got a bit more grip on the sides now, which helps too. Let's test out the MagSafe, guys. So let's bring over the Anker 622 and pop it on the back. Clicks on there nicely. As you can see, it starts charging. And the MagSafe is really, really strong this year. So let's just give it some shaking. And I'm shaking it quite hard now. And the battery pack is not moving whatsoever. So it's really, really secure on there. The MagSafe is really, really strong. And even that alignment magnet down the bottom there is really, really strong as well, and holding onto the power bank. So that's really nice to see. Even quite forceful shakes there is not moving the power bank, and it's really, really secure on there. It takes some effort to actually take the power bank off. So if we bring over a MagSafe wallet now, this is a Spigen wallet, and let's pop it on the back. And let's just move it around a bit. So just normal pushes is not really moving it whatsoever. So I can just push it there and try and force it off, but it's not moving. So the MagSafe is really, really strong on the Benks Armor Pro. It's a really, really, even taking this wallet is quite difficult as well. So I'd say this is on a Spigen level. How strong the magnets are in this. Spigen magnets are really, really strong, and the magnets in this are really, really strong as well. So it's an improvement from last year, in my opinion, in terms of the MagSafe strength. I really like to see that. And overall, how do I feel about the Benks Armor Pro? I feel like it's a really good case. It's a really good contender this year still, and I think it's still going to be in my case rotation. It's still an amazing case and one of my most favorite cases for the iPhone 16 Pro. So I really do like it. I just feel like we're just missing out on those metal buttons which made the Benks Armor Pro that even better case. And I'd like to see them bring it back if they can. And I feel like this camera control, let's just test it out, guys, how easy this is to access. So if we click it once, it brings up the camera and light press and zoom out and zoom in. It's pretty good, and it's quite soft material around the camera control as well, and it's nice and tapered too, so you aren't going to get any sharp edges or anything like that. It's still really comfortable to use the camera control on this one. So obviously I'd prefer a button for the camera control, but if you're going to have a cutout, this is a great way to do it, and it's nice and soft material and very easy to access and use. So overall, I feel like if they can just tighten the fit up a little bit around here and here, and make it an even more of a secure fit, and give us those metal buttons, they can improve the Benks Armor Pro even more. But I feel like it's a really good case still, and I would recommend it to anyone, and it's still one of my favorite cases. So guys, if you want to pick up this case, you can pick it up from the Benks website. If you use my discount code JACETECH15, I'll leave it on the screen right now. And if you use that discount code, you'll get 15% off your order. So definitely use that discount code and get yourself a nice discount and pick up this case, because it's a really good case. So guys, that's it for this one. I appreciate you watching the video, and I appreciate your support as well. Take care guys. See you next time. Bye.